Let's talk about grip a little bit. Basically, when we grip a golf club, there are no laws here, but we do need to know certain things about how the grip is going to influence the club face. Again, with the release board as a good indicator of club face position, if we grip the club in what's called a strong position, it means our hands are rotated clockwise on the grip in such a way that we're seeing several of the knuckles of the left hand, the glove hand, and our right hand is essentially placed under the shaft of the club. What a strong grip is going to have a tendency to do in a golf swing is to close the face of the golf club. That's going to happen because as we swing the club, there's going to be a tendency to always bring our hands back to what would be considered an anatomically neutral position. In other words, if I'm standing with good posture, my arms are hanging at my side with the palms facing inward. If we tend to slump our shoulders forward, that's when we start to see our hands come in front of us so that the palms are facing more backwards. But if we're standing with good posture, our arms will be on the side. You'll notice how my hands are both in a position where they're facing one another. So if we all of a sudden take our hands and put them into a strong position, there's always going to be this tendency for our hands to get back into a more neutral position at impact, which, as you can see, closes the release board, which is closing the face of the golf club. Another problem with that, now it is referred to as a strong grip because it is shutting the face of the club down. When we shut the face of the club down like that, we're essentially de-lofting the club face. If we de-loft the club face, we're essentially taking a 7-iron and turning it into a 9-iron, which, backwards. We're taking a 9-iron and turning it into a 7-iron, which again makes us hit the ball, allows us to hit the golf ball farther. Okay, from a downline view, again, what happens here when we release that golf club, when we're coming through a good impact position, what we want to feel happening is to maintain a good flat left wrist condition right there through impact. So if we're coming through impact and we have too strong a grip, as we make that good release action and put our left wrist into a good flat position at impact, you can see how the board shuts down a little bit too quick, and we'll end up hitting shots left. So strong typically is going to equal left, whereas a grip that's in fact too weak, or a grip where our hands are rotated too much to the left on the grip or counterclockwise, is going to create the same effect. If we grip it too weak and we square the palms to one another and to the target line, it opens the face of the club. So if a golfer has too weak a grip, they're going to typically have a tendency to come to impact with an open club face position. So grip's important for sure, not law, because we do see all kinds of different grips out there from successful players, but by and large the one thing that any good shot maker does exactly the same is come through impact in such a manner that the back of that left wrist is going to be squaring up to the target right through impact, staying in